The other day I was listening to a certain artist, and I'm not gonna say who, but just know the artist is not well liked by the community he's a part of, or was a part of.
You know what I'm saying? We having hoes, grown hoes, obviously. Like, you feel me? We getting money.
And, you know, it made me ask my lovely, beautiful followers on Instagram, which you should definitely go follow, by the way. Follow me on Instagram. Who are some of the most hated rappers, you know, of the modern era? Today, I wanted to speak about a few rappers, artists, whatever, that are widely hated and kind of explore, like, why they're hated. Hope you're having a good day. No long intro, come on. And you know, I already said it, but by the way, this is more of a modern list, so just don't be all like, oh my god, what about fucking Vanilla Ice? Like, no, bro, we're talking about, you know, people who you might know from today's hip hop era. My stomach hurts. I need some ginger ale or something. Hold on. I can't do this. I can't do this. That's good. I could not do this video without bringing up Namir. Namir will be very interesting to talk about because there just is way too much to even get into when speaking about Namir. Now, let's rewind a little bit back to 2017 when Namir had dropped Rubbing Off the Pain, dumbass name, and it really had that whole 2017 vibe feel to it. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, do y'all remember how 2017 felt? Some of you were children, so probably not, but that's just how the song sounds. But it doesn't even matter. The song went stupid viral, and I think it's sitting at like 100 oh my god. I mean, even looking at the recent comments, it's just people clowning him, man, which it's deserved, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But this year was the same year that YBN got put on the map, right? And it's funny because they literally met on like GTA, I think, or something like that.
I never met them in person. Yeah. That's crazy. Like, I always talk to them over the game, and then I started fucking with them on the computer. So it was just like, after that, I blew up. Then I was like, damn, I know Jay. I ain't talked to Jay in like a year. Let me talk to this nigga. Nigga, I'm finna go to the military. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, hell no, fuck that, come to Alabama.
Besides all that though, the early days of Namir weren't too bad, but then like a shift happened. See, I lived in Birmingham, Alabama for a while, which is where Namir is from. So I actually know quite a bit about the earlier days of Namir and the true start of his issues with other artists and overall being a greasy, slimy bastard. One of the earliest beefs I can remember him getting into was with this artist that I swear to God I actually used to ride the bus with named Lil Zerk. See, Zerk and Namir had the same manager at one point. Without explaining this entire story, basically this girl named Lulu, who was like Namir's girlfriend at the time, or I don't even remember whose, but basically started causing issues to where Zerk got involved, and in one nigga moment after another, eventually they began to diss each other. I'm telling you all this because this is actually going to explain a lot of other stuff that happens later. But basically, bro, Namir got ran out of Birmingham. And I'm not gonna say it's by Zerk. Like, Namir was just, you know, getting bigger at the time, and Birmingham is a city full of niggas who just hate on each other. And let's be real, Namir is not like that, and he made the right decision in my opinion and got out of Dodge. One event that basically pushed it too far was when Zerk pulled up to this man's mom's house and shot a whole music video outside of it, just on some disrespectful shit, right?
You just shot a music video to what, Mop Stick, right?
Mop Stick, fucking chopstick. Yeah, you know we did that.
So what made you shoot the video in front of the Mir house, like part of the scene?
To be as disrespectful as possible, for real. Cause fuck
for real?
Yeah. Fuck all of them. Fuck YBN to the death of me. All that shit. Fuck them. Oh God.
You know, then he moved to Cali. So he's been in Cali for like 6 years. Now, one thing besides his music that may genuinely be almost the worst music I've ever fucking heard in my life, people keep making fun of Namir for the fact that he has a California accent when he's an Alabama native.
I seen a viral tweet the other day going in on your ass because you talk like you're from LA now.
Damn, for real?
Did you see it?
Nah, I ain't even.
When I watched it, I was like, damn, I didn't even notice, but he did start talking like he's from LA.
I get exactly like what they saying when they say that. And I understand like how my accent is changing and how shit is moving a different way. Like they think I'm supposed to sound like, hey, what's up, boy?
Well, with LA politics, my expertise fails me because apparently he was, and maybe still is, around reputable LA YNs. But what was the point of blowing up and then you go and join a gang? Like, I mean, you get money to get out of the hood, right? But whatever. This man was on camera saying he was a GD, you know, and now he claims to be a Long Beach Crip. Basically, literally going from Grove Street to Ballers.
All right, I'm gonna let you talk. How you went from GD to Crip? how I went from GD to Crip, it happened.
Most people hate Namir because his music is utterly horrendous, like Soul Train, right? If anybody in the comments section likes Soul Train, you know, please let me know because I need to study your brain for science. I genuinely think everyone around Namir when he released that song was a fake friend or a yes man. Like, really the entire Visionland album, right? Like, look at this cover and tell me if you genuinely expected to hear good music. You would be lying to yourself. And with the defunct YBN crew taking shots at Namir every chance they got at this point, with every time his name was being mentioned, people were just memeing him to death, especially with that new San Andreas Los Santos ass snippet he just dropped.
187, Mac to the head, I see these niggas bleed. Through the turf, I grab my 4D. Wish they didn't have a pistol, cause I left it on the east side. When that 6 tray pop up, you bring a duck and high because your ass is gray.
And with every single time this man is on camera, he makes himself sound and seem as corny as people think he is. It's very clear that Namir is definitely one of the most hated rappers in this modern era. Now, is it deserved? I mean, I can't sit here and say the kid deserves to be hated. Not like Ice Spice. He's nowhere near as bad as like Lil Xan or something, but like it almost seems like it became a trend to hate Namir. I'd be sitting here lying to y'all if I told y'all there weren't at least a few songs by Namir that I actually like a lot. Wake up, get my dick sucked. Like, come on, bro. That song is not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. I rock with that song a lot. But as a person, he does just seem like a corny, impressionable child. Like, anybody that makes it out of that shithole city, Birmingham, should never be concerned about doing hood shit again. Especially with a kid like Namir, who doesn't really seem to be that kind of person who should be involved with that kind of stuff. Namir is hated, it's very true, but obviously nowhere near as hated as this next person we're going to speak about, 6ix9ine. So 6ix9ine basically flew right over my head when I was thinking about, you know, hated artists. And, you know, no context about this dude at all. Right? Like, if you knew literally nothing about him and I just put this picture in front of you and told you to describe me what kind of person you think he is, I'm very curious to know what you would say. So put it in the comments. And while you're at it, maybe you could subscribe.
Yeah, that's so subtle, man. Good job.
6ix9ine has been hated for literally so many different reasons. Going in order would take like way too long, and I don't want to drag this video out, so from the reasons I can personally remember, right? First of all, you know, his entire look, right? Like, he's the definition of like an old head's nightmare. Rainbow hair, face tattoos, really, really, really stupid face tattoos, by the way. Like, why would you permanently do this to yourself? It'll forever be beyond my comprehension. I mean, his literal name is a sexual position. He did explain his stupid name by saying, the true meaning of 6ix9ine is just because you're right doesn't mean I'm wrong. You just haven't seen my life from my perspective, nigga. I'm sorry, he didn't say that last part. I got carried away. His music. Now, admittedly, bro, I'm not going to lie. I like 6ix9ine's old music. Okay, hold on. Just please listen before y'all punch me. Just listen. We are absolutely not gonna sit here and act like Day 6ix9ine was a bad project. I remember in this old video I did where I was basically doing like a tier list, everyone in the comments was destroying me for a multitude of reasons. In that same video, I said I enjoyed 6ix9ine's old music and I got vilified for it, man. That's just me though, but a lot of people really hate this man's music, which is fair because after Day 6ix9ine, everything turned into literal audio sludge, literal garbage. 6ix9ine's music feels like he's literally trolling you, which I understand, that's like his whole aesthetic, but an actual lyric from this dude is, are you dumb, stupid, or dumb, huh? Like, it gets to a point, bro. And on top of the look, the stupid songs, this man committed one of the biggest crimes you could ever commit in hip-hop, which is snitching, I guess. This is just a side note, but I literally did a video about this last year. I'm gonna be real, bro. I don't care about none of that shit. Like, if you're really the kind of person that would stop listening to someone just because they snitched, like, you're weird. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And I'll even add this. You're low-key kind of suspect because why are you worried about what comes out of another man's mouth? But in all seriousness, hip-hop hates 6ix9ine to the point to where nobody wants to work with him. He's finally since basically fallen off, so he really doesn't even get brought up that much at this point. But like, at one point, this dude definitely had the internet in his hands and people were not really rocking with it. Like, I swear, there was this era in hip-hop where you literally could not escape this annoying, loud-ass nigga. Dude would spend a lot of time talking about how he's never gonna fall off and how he would just taunt people that he snitched on and then go on podcasts and claim to never be a gangster. Just an ass backwards individual, right? And oh yeah, can't forget the fact that this man is a literal PDF file. No, I am not pulling this out of my ass for those of you who somehow didn't know that. Daniel Hernandez, aka 6ix9ine, pled guilty to 1 felony count of use of a child in a sexual performance. Hernandez was charged with 3 counts of the offense after a February 2015 incident where he had a sexual contact with a 13-year-old girl and later distributed videos of the incident online.
Oh, wow.
3 videos are described in the criminal complaint against Hernandez. In the first video, quote, the child engages in oral sex, I'm not reading that, with the separately charged defendant Taekwon Anderson, while the defendant, Daniel Hernandez, aka 6ix9ine, stands behind the child, making a thrusting motion with his pelvis. And do I need to keep reading? No, bro. Keep in mind, bro, this was caught on video! On video. Just wanted you guys to keep that in mind, bro. So whatever happens to 6ix9ine was already kind of deserved, except because the case he was a part of where he snitched is high profile or whatever, and he chose to cooperate, obviously law enforcement is keeping their eye on him, which is why I think nothing has happened to bro, like, whatever. Recently, while I was making this video, I found out he actually got arrested again and he's back in jail for the moment, so I wonder how that's going for him. He's definitely not in GP. It's no way he's in GP, bro. However, someone I didn't wonder about at all, but my lovely followers on Instagram reminded me of, was Lil Xan. While I could go into how Lil Xan got famous and blew up or whatever, I don't care, and you shouldn't either. You can do your research if you want, if you really care, but Lil Xan is hated for a mix of reasons like the last 2. But the difference here is that Lil Xan almost seems to have gotten this many people to dislike him on purpose. Because besides the music, which we'll get into in a little bit, I kind of forgot about why people did not like Lil Xan so much, and then I remembered that he just acted like a piece of shit for most of his career. Don't care. Other than the fact that his name is literally Lil Xan, he showed his signs of stupidity in so many different ways in his career. Like when he beefed with Killy because Killy accurately called him a waste of space in hip-hop.
Also, fuck, what's that rapper name? Killy.
Fuck him. Why?
Fuck him.
Yeah, kill you a bitch.
Whoa, why?
No, he had to go on to Insta and like project negative energy, calling me like a waste. A waste of space. Basically.
I didn't know that.
You're not that popping, bro. Like at least get to like, I'm done, Killy. Just don't. Killy.
And then when Killy saw him in public and they crossed paths, guess what Lil Xan did? Folded. Lil Xan was a nuisance, bro. His music, oh my god, his music, bro. Pussy tastes like Skittles, right?
And their pussy tastes like Skittles, what? Hey, yeah, you can really taste the rainbow, what?
Yeah, go to hell, man. This is the crazy thing about Lil Xan, right? His comments about Tupac sparked an uproar in the hip-hop community, if you guys remember that.
The boring music.
People felt that he disrespected a, very well-regarded figure in hip-hop by calling his music, quote, boring. While he wasn't the first, new artist to discredit Tupac, he was one who caught people's attention due to the type of music that he makes. Bullshit, vandalism, scandal, just almost the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. On top of that, he single-handedly destroyed the appeal of like the quote-unquote mumble rap scene or whatever you want to call it, because that one album, Total Xanarchy, was so terrible that you couldn't even appreciate it for just being like dumb fun or just mindless music to listen to. It was just bad, period. Not to mention that everything unenjoyable about it came from Lil Xan personally, which pretty much justified everyone who called him trash was right. How do you make turn-up music so boring and barely listenable? He seemed bored making his own music. Total Xanarchy, I think, is where this type of music like really peaked. And Lil Xan was the type of artist to just throw random shit at the wall and see what would stick. And it failed miserably for him. That's why he switched his name to fucking Diego or something like that. That's why nobody brings this dude up anymore for real. But guess what? It's okay. I looked at his Instagram and he clearly still has some fans. That's good on him, I guess. But I know one thing. If you get around me and play some Lil Xan, I unironically am probably gonna crash out. I'm so serious. Don't forget all of his little, public meltdowns he would have. Now I could definitely keep going with the different artists because I could sit here and talk all day about a bunch of different artists that people hate, but I kind of want to make a part 2 to this. I don't want this video to drag out too long. I guess I could randomly rank them in my opinion of who's the most hated. So I'd say Namir was probably the least hated between the 3. Like, Yes, they definitely make fun of bro a lot, but I mean, he still does shows and has moderately decent turnouts. I just think that most of his hate is internet cultivated because it literally became trendy to make fun of him. And then I'd say Lil Xan is next because there's people who are actually genuine fans of him, even though his music is god awful and he acts like a baby. And anytime he'd come up in publications, he'd just be like, oh, fuck y'all, I don't care. You know, he's just a kid. And by far, it's obvious the most hated we spoke about today was 6ix9ine. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what else to say. My stomach hurts so bad. I'm UVXEX later. Oh my god, I gotta shit.
All I take it for one nigga to say who's true, everybody in that big gon' pop out.